Alright, last part of my guide, I'm going to do a quick recap. What I showcased in the videos, I got a good Karen fight in run 1. A couple other, decent fights in a few runs after that. Nothing too crazy until that last one where I nearly blew myself up because I wasn't paying attention. Takeaways from that: make sure you use your missiles if you're going to be running this cheap fit like this. You've got just these basic drone damage amplifiers. They definitely could use a little upgrade. This is basically your first upgrade you want to get. Use this fit, farm up a couple $100 million to buy 3 of these. Dread Grustis drone damage amplifiers are the cheapest ones on the market. I mean, that takes you from 5, let's see. So if I simulate this with Valk 2s, I had my 472 DPS, and you can see against like deep watchers, you're just going to be a little pressed for time if you get 3 really bad rooms with DPS checks. But you pop those out, we go up with, instead of those ones, we use these ones. That brings us up to a nice comfortable 500 DPS to take on tier 4 with drone damage. So that really pushes you up a little bit to use those. You don't necessarily need mutated drones at the tier 4 level. You need a good solid 500 DPS though, as what I'm kind of seeing. 641 with your missiles. Speed it up just a little bit. But if you want to kind of take the lazier route, learning the game route, and you want to make your times a little more comfortable, this is a really good investment right here. These 3, they're a little expensive, but that would be my first upgrade. After that, a little bit more speed helps you out with Karen. Putting a Fed Navy Afterburner on this is 100% recommended by me. It's only like 50 million to get one of these. As soon as you can get a C-type or a B-type, go for it. A little bit more speed. The way I kind of look at it, the quicker you get to Karen, the less shots she gets in on you. And since you have one big buffer of hit points, every little bit counts. So a little bit more damage here, a little bit more speed here. You can reduce your signature radius a little bit with these guys, but honestly, that's not going to change much for you. Shield Hardener, you can always upgrade that a little bit to get a little bit more tank out of it. You can go with Caldari Navy launchers to get a tiny little bit more DPS from your missiles, but I wouldn't even bother with that. Your next big upgrade is definitely mutated drones, and those get expensive. But use this fit, grind out these upgrades, upgrade your Afterburner, start grinding out your implants, plug your implants in, jump into T5, grab a couple mutated drones when you upgrade to that fit for your tanks, busters against deep watchers and Karen and marshals and all the battleships that need to go down quick. Just get some good high damage drones with brick tracking that somebody's dumping off, or even the medium rolls. Just a little bit extra. Every little bit adds up. It helps. But once you get past this point, once you get into the tier 5 version of this fit, where you've got the better hardener, really good afterburner, all the damage, some mutated drones, it's just a cakewalk from there. Easy money. Alright, well, again, let's see. Let's look at the implants I have. I use the Squire power grid management so that I can get up to enough power grid to equip this heavy missile launcher. That's pretty much the only purpose for that right there. Shield management, shield operation, 3% extra shields, 3% extra regen. Couple, super cheap ones. You can get the 04 or 05. If you want to put a little bit more money into that. Eventually, when you get into your T5 fit, you're going to be using the 05s. Maybe upgrade to those, and then plug all your Nirvanas in when you go into T5. You definitely don't want to take Nirvanas into T4. If you do blow up, you're just throwing away a lot of money. You don't need that much tank. Never had them when I used it. I plugged in my Nirvanas, went into T5. Felt basically the same, going from T4 without Nirvanas to T5 with them, and all the other higher end implants. So get your speed up, get your damage up, get your tank up, and ignore your missiles because they're not that important. But as we saw in that last run, every little bit of damage helps, especially in those DPS check rooms. So use your missiles. That's pretty much all I think I did wrong in that run. A lot of my tank I lost because I wasn't, picking the right targets. In that Edencom room, I was left a drainer alive for the entire fight pretty much. Lost my afterburner. Was getting hit by the missiles from those cruisers that shoot, a smaller missile at you than the Marshalls. They're usually not even a threat. But with no afterburner, moving a little slower, that damage sure added up. So that's it for my cheap T4 Gamma guide. Gonna start working on other ships soon. Gonna get into a Cerberus next. I think I've got a few more days on some heavy missile specialization. Gotta get back to my learning clone though. Alright, have fun, go blow up ships, and like and subscribe and all that stuff. Cheers.